Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Man U Save. In today's episode, we're going to have a look at everything we've been doing since the last one. Namely, we've set up all of our training, our scouting, we've had our pre-season tour, and all of our transfer activity. We will then start the season off with our home game against Crystal Palace. We'll have our away game at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea, and we'll probably also have a look at the Champions League draw, as that is in about a week and a half after that game. And so without further ado, let's get into it. In terms of pre-season, we had a pretty good run of games. We won 4 out of 5, with the only loss being a narrow 1-0 defeat to LA Galaxy. So we're coming into the season in good form. Onto the scouting, we've set up scouting to look at every region in the world, looking for 5-star potential players. So once the regens start coming through, we'll try and snap them up while they're young. Moving on to training, we've set up individual instructions for all of our players, so they've each got their additional focus and their main role that they're working on. So hopefully we'll start to see some improvement on that front throughout the season. We've had a quick look at our staff, and we've filled a few of our slots, mostly the assistant manager, one of the goalkeeping coaches, and a couple of physios. So we're now looking pretty good on staff levels. Finally, transfers then. Now, we ended up trying to do quite a lot in this transfer window, but a lot of it unfortunately didn't quite pan out. We tried to get rid of Phil Jones, Chris Smalling, Romelu Lukaku, and Matteo Darmian to various different clubs. Lukaku was outraged that I tried to sell him in the first place, so that didn't really get off the ground. Darmian rejected a 17 million bid from Wolves. Nobody wanted Chris Smalling at all, and Phil Jones was also quite annoyed that I tried to sell him. So because of all of that, we managed to not raise any money at all for transfers. So we had to work with the 70 million the board gave us in the first place. We did fairly well with that money, I reckon, bringing in Manolas and Casemiro from Roma and Real Madrid respectively, bringing pretty good quality to our centre-back and defensive mid positions. I did have an agreement in place for Matthijs de Ligt from Ajax, and he would have joined had Phil Jones decided he wanted to leave. So quite annoyed by that one, to be honest. Really tried to boot him out the door, but it didn't work out for me. We also had a quick look at Isco and Sancho, which we might have tried to do had we got a bit more money from, say, Lukaku, or I tried briefly to get rid of Sanchez, but that also didn't work out. Okay, so now that we're all caught up, let's move on to the Crystal Palace game. And this is how we are going to line up today. We've got De Gea in goal, Luke Shaw at left back, Darmian at right back, Bailly Manolas in the middle. This is how we're going to be lining up today then. We've got De Gea in goal, playing in the sweeper role, with Luke Shaw at left back, Darmian at right back, and a centre-back pair of Bailly and Manolas. At the base of the diamond, we've got Casemiro, with Herrera and Pogba just in front of him, and Mata at the top of the diamond. We then have a strike pair of Rashford and Sanchez to close out the team. So we will move on to the game. Let's tell them we're the favourites. Go out there and give them a performance. They seem to like that, so that's good. Okay. First game of the season, let's see how it goes. First pointless highlight starts with Crystal Palace moving it forward. Townsend plays it out to Zaha, who crosses it into the middle, cleared by Manolas, only as far as Milivojevic, and then the highlight ends. Hopefully this formation should give us quite a lot of control in midfield and should allow us to move forward with the ball and get a fair few chances. Having a couple of shots already, but nothing too good. Milivojevic with a free kick, saved just about by De Gea there. And we get a free kick for the offside. An early injury for Zaha. That's not good for Palace at all. I think we need to get shouty with the players a little bit here. We have a corner swung in by Mata, and Manolas with a good effort, saved well by the Crystal Palace keeper. He hoofs it a little bit long. Herrera does poorly and Batshuayi scores. Not a good start for us to the season there. Get rid of the league table, don't need that now. Route 1 football from Palace has undone us there. Herrera, pitiful effort, and Batshuayi with a pretty decent finish, to be fair to him. To be fair, I don't think we really deserve to be behind looking at the stats, but if we didn't want to concede, we should have defended a little bit better. I think we'll go for an aggressive team talk. Have a yell at them, see if we can get a bit of a response in the second half. Darmian brings it forward. Goes wide to Luke Shaw. Can he get across? He can, but it's cleared in a roundabout fashion by Palace in the end. They go long, straight to Bailly. The highlight's still continuing, so he might be able to make something from it. Paul Pogba onto Herrera. Darmian has it now. Cross. Rashford's header, not too far over there. We really need to start making some decent chances. Will Matt has a free kick? Oh, skims the side of the post. I think we need to start looking at maybe making a change. We'll give another shout, see if we can get a response. Another corner from Mata. Rashford gets to it, only as far as Casemiro. Mata can cross again, goes back to Casemiro, who has a shot just wide. We've had a lot of shots, but all of them have been a little bit poor. I'm not really sure why all of the inductions keep coming up, but hey ho. Now, I think we'll possibly have a switch to the 4-1-2-3. We'll move Mata out to the right, put Rashford up front, see how that goes. He's doing quite well, so I don't really want to take him off, but we might bring possibly Lingard on, or maybe Pereira towards the end. Now we really need a goal here. We'll give him another shout. I think it's time to make the sub. Oh, another corner for us. Rashford free header and he scores. Excellent. Finally we got the goal. It's taken quite a while. A good delivery from Mata, and Rashford gets an easy header. Got on the line, possibly should have done better. It was Max Meyer there. I think we will look to do a sub, see if we can snatch the winner from them. Alexis Sanchez hasn't done too much, so we'll bring on Anthony Martial, see if he can give us a little bit of quality in the final third. Last 10 minutes then. Can we get the winner? Doesn't look like it, does it? We'll go very attacking for the last couple of minutes. And the pointless highlight to round out the game. And that's it. Disappointing opening day draw to Crystal Palace there. Not really what we wanted, although I think I'm not going to panic because we've done quite well in that game. We just haven't been quite as clinical as we needed to be. Tell them they weren't good enough and we will move on. Luke Shaw's picked up a little bit of an injury, but it's nothing horrendous. Yes, the Hedgehog Fury has been released. Okay, so with that draw, we will move on to the Chelsea game and see if we can do a little bit better for ourselves. I'll Okay, so here we are for the Chelsea game. They come into this one off the back of a 2-1 away win to Bournemouth, so they've done a little bit better than us. I think having done quite well in that game, we're going to field an unchanged lineup. Luke Shaw is sort of fit from the injury. I don't really have anyone to replace him with though, so we'll leave him in for now. So, as I say, unchanged lineup. De Gea in goal, Luke Shaw left back, Darmian right back, Bailly Manolas in the middle, a midfield four of Casemiro, Herrera, Pogba and Mata, and finally a front two of Sanchez and Rashford. Let's get into the game. We're going to get shouty with them again. Oh, we're not, because that's not going to work for that one. We'll go passionate. Go out there and give them their money's worth. A bit indifferent, but we'll make them happy with, a little bit happy with that one. Sanchez starts us off then. Back to Bailly. He goes long towards Shaw and the highlight ends. This is probably going to be quite a tight affair. We seem to be getting a lot of corners. Mata with another corner. Casemiro wins the header and Rashford finishes. Is he offside? No, looks like we're going to get away with that one. We take an early lead against Chelsea. Yeah. And that takes us up to second, apparently. Just end the season now and we've done all right. Jorginho into Kovacic. He swings it out to the left-hand side to Marcos Alonso. He gets across and Higuain just wide. They're getting more shots away than us, but it's not too bad so far. Maybe give them a little bit of a shout to try and motivate them a little bit. A free kick from Mata. Bailly gets a head on it, just over the bar. A lot of our chances seem to be coming from set pieces, which is worrying me, and Marcos Alonso equals with a pretty good free kick, though De Gea possibly should have done better from that one. Very close in, and yeah, De Gea really should be saving that one. Demand more from them again. Another free kick for Chelsea. Oh, he's just about saved that one. And coming to the end of the first half, and it's 1-1 so far. Kovacic having a very poor game for them, and Manolas having a reasonably poor game for us. Now, we'll get a bit aggressive with them again. Luke Shaw and Darmian haven't particularly enjoyed that one. But we need to try and see if we can create some more chances from open play, I think. We'll switch up Herrera to a box-to-box. And yeah, let's try that one. Start the second half. Higuain back to Jorginho and then out to Hazard. He's having a bit of a dribble. Alonso with a fairly good cross. De Gea gathers easily. It's not been too bad a game, but we do need to start making a few more chances, I reckon. Picking up a few yellows, but that shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. Can't be dealing with any red cards. I think we might swap back to the 4-1-2-3 again. That seemed to work out fairly well for us towards the end of the last game. We'll bring in Martial for Sanchez. And nobody on the bench to replace Darmian, so we'll stick with him for the rest of the game. And speaking of him, he has it now, crosses into Pogba, weak header gathered by Kepa. On to the 68th minute now. We've got another throw in with Darmian. Comes to Casemiro, who spreads it out to Shaw. Looks to dribble into the box, gets a cross away, cleared by Alonso. Kovacic to Jorginho. Oh, Good tackle from Herrera. Rashford, good pass to Martial, but he's offside. Suspect it might have been Rashford that was the problem there, but never mind. It was a good move nonetheless. Darmian having a very poor game. Is there anything I can do about that? I can bring in Lindelof, he's not too bad. And I think we'll bring in Lingard for Mata. Lingard a little bit better at that winger role. We'll go very attacking for the last couple of minutes, see if we can snatch a winner. It's looking unlikely at this point. Lindelof to Rashford. Into Pogba. Goes out wide, straight off the pitch, and full time. Excellent. And so another draw for us there. Not a great way to start the season, and we'll have a nice yell at them. Demotivated a couple of them, but oh well. If they didn't want to get yelled at, they should have won the game. So, first 2 games, not a great start to the season. 2 points from 2. We sit middle due to other games still needing to be played. Looking at the calendar, the Champions League draw is in just about a week and a half, getting on for 2 weeks. So we might come back for that one, I reckon, just to see who we've got. Okay, so we are back with the Champions League draw, and we have got a tough group. We've drawn Real Madrid, Lyon and Inter Milan, so we're going to have to do something quite special to do well in this group, but we will give it a go. Now, since we were gone, we had a game against Everton, which we won. Finally, won a game, 1-0 at home. It was a bit dodgy. We had Casemiro sent off on the 60th minute, and a lot of yellows again. But Pogba, with a quite exceptional goal in my opinion, won us the game. Came back out to the edge of the box, first time volley from Pogba into the corner of the goal. Also, while we were gone, we had the Carabao Cup draw, and we've got Chelsea in the 3rd round. So the draws have not been kind to us today. But hey, we'll give it a go and see what happens. So, with that, I think we'll wrap it up. I think we'll reconvene, probably might do 3 games. The Real Madrid opening Champions League game, the Carabao Cup 3rd round against Chelsea, and may or may not do the Huddersfield game in between. We shall see. So thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.